Hey guys, welcome back. My name's Stu, and this is Furious Fjords for Rollercoaster Tycoon Classic, another scenario from Radrian. You have purchased a beautiful fjord in the midst of a large Scandinavian forest, so naturally you have decided to build a theme park. Unfortunately for you, the local people are incredibly grumpy and difficult to please. Your objective to have at least 1,200 guests in your park at the end of October Year 3 with a park rating of at least 600. Well, all I can say is when I went to Norway in 2023, everyone was very friendly. So I don't recognize that grumpy thing. So that's Radrian saying that, not me. Okay. So we're charging for rides. Entry is free. I don't like those buildings up there, but we got a nice looking path loop already. Can we buy any extra land? Yes, we can. Is it cheap? No, it's not. Okay. I mean, it is Scandinavia. Everything is expensive there. We've got a 10,000 loan with 15% interest. So that's not a huge amount of interest, but we don't really want to be borrowing too much. So if possible, I won't be taking out any more of a loan. Let's look at what rides we've got. We've got some transport rides. Yeah, an okay selection of gentle rides. We've got a couple of coasters. I mean, junior coaster is always handy. Some pirate ships, or are they Viking ships? Log flume. Guess I love that. And these could go down in one of the lakes or something. And an okay selection of shops. We've got the main things. We've got the toilets and the kiosk. I figure for year one, let's just go all in on shops. We'll get rid of these buildings at the start, right? We'll put down kiosks and toilets on all major junctions and corners as per usual, and then we'll put down what rides we do have. I am going to want to buy all the land, just for the sake of doing it. I'm going to need some coasters for that, but I'm going to want to have them cheap and cheerful so I can have enough. But I don't trust Radrian at all, especially not with that part in there about local people are incredibly grumpy and difficult to please. So, I think he might be trying to sneak harder guest generation into this. So 1,200 isn't a huge goal. So I figure we're going to need to have at least one of the coasters with leave room for it to be lengthened if need be. So yeah, I'm just going to crack on and hopefully we shouldn't have any issues. October, year one, over 600 guests in the park, and we've paid off the loan because it's rained most of the time. Look, this month, 2,000 shop sales, last month, 3,000 shop sales, and quite a bit as well from the other months. So, what have we got then? We got a little maze just by the start, kiosk, toilets, Ferris wheel, haunted house. Coming around here, we got a couple of Viking ships. They're pirate ships, really, but it's law, Viking voyage. And then over here we got a log flume. Is it a log flume or is it a log flume? Hey, I'm from Wales. Wales is small. Norway's massive, so we're allowed to punch up. It's fine. Yeah, and more toilets, kiosks, that sort of thing. So I've decided for year two, I'm going to research roller coasters because in the back of my mind, I am thinking that maybe there's harder guest generation. So we're going to research roller coasters, but initially, I don't want to be going for anything that's too big. I want cheap and cheerful. So we've already unlocked a wooden coaster, but I'm thinking shuttles or small designs like this one here that we've built, junior coaster. It's called Vicky the Viking. Do you remember that? It was apparently Vicky was a boy, but it was hard to tell, and the name, is works for both boys and girls. Can't think of the word, but unisex. That's the word. Yeah. So I got got a little funky station. We were charging £10. Charging £5 now, I believe, and yeah, If it starts not getting that popular, what we can do is we can run it on 2 circuits, and that'll attract more guests. But for now, it's fine. That little hole in the ground, I think that's from where there was like a cabin or something. I can't remember. Or I've accidentally dug a hole by mistake. So this little section next to the water would be ideal for a coaster. I've bought a tiny bit of land, but it's expensive. So we'll probably leave most of that till the end, but we will do some as we go. So yeah, we're researching coasters. Let's just crack on with it. October year 2, 759 guests in the park. So not a great year as far as guests are concerned. So as you can see, the major addition up here, we've got Mjolnir. That's Thor's hammer. So yeah, so I'm not sure about this. I might need to raise. I've bought a little bit of extra land here to get some extra height on the chain lift. How fast are they going over that second hill? That's okay. Maybe I will. I lift it though. But this one, so I did say I wanted to leave some room on one. So at the moment, it's 1,296 feet. So I figure this shouldn't be too difficult to extend if we need it. So I've reduced the price on the Yog Fume down to £5. So the guest will go on that. And then we've got this up here. It's Rotoras. And I'm sure from the spelling you can guess what it means. It's Norwegian for rat race. I think the pronunciation is Rotoras. That's what Google told me anyway. So yeah, for now, I've put research now into thrill rides. So there you go. We've still got a coaster coming out. So let's have a look. There you go. So we've put that into thrill rides. Because as I said, we're not doing great as far as the guests are concerned. We only need 500. But if we do find out that we've got harder guest generation, it doesn't leave us a lot of time. So we're going to need to put down some quick rides. Oh, there you go. Maybe a bunker. Yeah, we can do some quick designs with these and maybe extend the mini coaster if we need to, because I am worried about that harder guest generation. I think in hindsight, going for thrill rides in year 2 would have been the better option. But what I'm going to do is, as soon as something decent comes out, what I'll do is I'll start putting them down in multiple spots around the park where I want flat rides to be. I'll do the pathing and the fences and all that, making it look pretty. And then that way then, I'm benefiting from the guest numbers straight away, but as and when other rides unlock, I can just replace them. So initially it'll kind of be like spamming rides, but it won't be because, it'll all look pretty. So yeah, anyway, let's get on with it. October year 3, it's raining again. 1,230 guests in the park. We need 1,200. So we're going to beat the goal. Oh, hang on. It's falling. We should beat the goal. We've got just over a week to do it. So yeah, I went and did a little bit of twist spam. Have we got any? Yeah, we've still got an orange one there. And a red one there. So we had another one over there. And we had another one there. And we've got one down there. And we had one up there where the Enterprise is, or the Kumsun disc, some sort of artifact. So the plan for that is you put them down quickly, so you benefit from the guest numbers in it straight away. But then you can just go and change them. So we haven't, as far as I can see, we haven't got harder guest generation on this. Why is everyone leaving? I've put the Ferris wheel free. I've put the maze free. We've got a little simulator ride there. I'm starting to panic now. I thought this would be, when we had 1,230, I thought, oh, this is going to be simple. But yeah, why are people leaving? Okay, so anyway, we've got a little corkscrew cutback design over here. Shield Maiden, decent stats on that. Keeping one eye on that guest numbers. Got a 3D cinema just there. VR Viking experience. When we went to Norway, we went to, I can't remember the name of the town now, but just after we got off the boat, there was this. They had a VR Viking experience there, and it was pretty cool. You went in, you sat in like this sort of mock-up of a longboat. You put the VR headset on, and you watched the video, and it was all surrounded and stuff, and it was pretty cool. It's tense. It's getting tense. Oh, there you go. We done it. We smashed it. Hammered it. Absolutely destroyed this scenario with 5 guests to spare. Stu! There you go. Yeah, and we've unlocked the top spin. Got that. Okay, yes. So we've got the maze up there. I like that. We've got the Ferris wheel. We've got the Rotoras. We've seen that. 3D cinema. We've seen that. We've got Eric the Red just there. Apparently he discovered Greenland. He invented Greenland. Yeah, he invented it. And then we got the mini coaster there. So I haven't needed to extend any coasters. As far as I know, we haven't had a guest generation, but we'll soon find out when I start putting extra rides down. We've got a rotor drop there. No, that's Brandy. We've got Ragnar's rotor drop just down there. And we've got that artifact thing there, and just tucked away, so small you can't really see it, is a flawless coaster called Troll. It's one of my bunker designs. There is a tutorial in the tutorial section showing how to build that, or if you've got tons of cash, you can just download the track of RCTC Go, CT Go, and build it. Yeah. Anyway, so what I'm going to do now, because I have been buying land, but it's so painfully tedious doing it one at a time. I mean, technically you can do it 2 if you've used 2 fingers, or 3, but it's so slow and tedious. What I'm going to do is I'm going to export this now, open it up in OpenRCT2, and then I'm going to buy all the land with all the wads of cash that I've got, run it on ludicrous speed, see what else unlocks, and then we're going to use all this space that we've got, or will have, to build some amazing rides. So yeah, that's the plan. I'll see you soon. May year 8, 1,600 guests in the park, but we don't care about that anymore. We got tons of cash. We've bought all the land. We haven't really used all of it, and there's a reason for that. So here's the overview of the park. Then let's have a quick look what we've unlocked. Everything there. I won't go through everything. That way, if you are playing it, you can have a look if there's anything that you wanna aim for. There you go. Just there, water rides and shops. Cool. So we bought the land then. I replaced the mini coaster with the looping coaster. Same name, Mjolnir. And then we've got some little eye candy benches just there. So put a little fence down like that, build a path the other side, put the benches down, delete the fence. Simple trick. So let's have a look at the stats on Mjolnir. So it's 6.9 there, excitement. So it comes out similar to before, except on the back, then we got a little boost, just so it goes up the chain lift a bit quicker. And then we got a slightly different track, a loop down there, and then back to the station, another loop as well. So then we've got a path loop then. I've built a path loop coming all the way down here, and then we've got a tunnel then going through the mountain to the other side. Path loop down here. We've got a river rapids just down there. So I've split the stations with this. So the entrance station is up the top, comes down, goes all around there. And then when it comes back up, there's the exit station just down there. And then there's a load of track then underground between the exit station and the entrance station. So all the boats are stacked up, ready to go. I don't need that many. I just haven't optimized it. But it looks pretty cool. But stats aren't great. It's called Njord. I think that's how you pronounce it. I think that's like the Norse sea god. And then just around here, quick peek at the Giga Coaster. We got a nice bridge going across. We got the path coming down this side as well to an entrance to a chairlift going up on there. So I haven't gone too overboard. I'll show you the wooden coaster as well that we've got just over here. So the exit station is just down there. We definitely need to zone someone on there. So there's the exit station just there. Do you know what I like when you see, do you know the people with the green faces, they're full of nausea, when they're like, they'll get up and they'll just sit on the next seat, or they'll sit in the exact same spot, like, oh, this seat isn't doing it for me. Maybe I'll try this seat. There you go. Weird. Maybe it's just that they get up and then they're like, no, I still feel sick. Let's sit back down again. So the exit station comes out and it drops down and then it goes all the way up the hill to the entrance station above. The entrance station drops down and there's a loop, and it works most of the time. I don't know how exciting it would be. You've got that, and then I just, the way I imagine it is that this is like a good way of getting a view of the whole sort of area, the whole fjord, and then it goes in and out of the mountain and back down, and hopefully the next one will be along and you haven't waited too long, and there you go. Now you've got another train going around the loop that you're in. So the Giga Coaster is over here. It's called Freya. There's another Norse god, I believe. So it comes out and then it boosts and then up and over and then down and around. And yeah, I remember what I said earlier about, because I'm from Wales and Wales is smaller than Norway, I'm allowed to punch up. So this sign says Njorden, Fjorden, Fjorden, which probably is gibberish. So when we went to Norway, there's a fjord called, I think it's called the Nord Fjord, but we were calling it the Njorden Fjorden. Yeah, it amused me and my children. So the 3 children, then it amused myself included. So in one of the places we stopped at, I think it was called Oldham, and the weather wasn't particularly great. And so the rest of the family went back on the boat. But then I wanted to go for a walk. So I went for a walk from Oldham down to the next town along the fjord, which is called Lowen. And so it was about maybe 15, 16 kilometre round trip when I walked up to the cable car and that, and which is about, what's that, about 10 miles? The weather was great. Just not long after I set off, the weather was great. But down in Lowen, they've got a cable car. So the chairlift is kind of like something that you would see out there. So, because the cable car goes all the way up the mountain to the top. Now, if I had been with my daughter, I probably would have gone on the cable car. But as I was on my own, I didn't see the point because it was I couldn't see the top, basically. It was so misty, I couldn't see the top. So if I can't see the top, I'm going to assume at the top you can't see the bottom. So what's the point in going up there if you can't enjoy the view, you know? So, so I like the fact that you're going to have this nice sort of view, this vantage point from the top. So the exit station, or the exit comes out, and then you come down and you've got a one-way path then, so that connects you up to the exit path down here. But if you don't want to take that route, you can go around and then you go back down that way. So I just like to imagine that guests would come up here just to have a sit down, and hopefully the way I've done it, it won't enable them to get lost and stuck. Because the only way of getting to this part is if you've gotten off the chairlift, and because of the one-way signs, it should funnel them back to the main path down here. I suppose guests could get lost and stuck by getting to this point and then wanting to come over here. But if I was going to continue, I'd just build a bridge over to this side. What are the stats on the Giga Coaster? Did we show that? 8.25. That's pretty cool. Did we show the stats on the wooden coaster? I don't believe so. It's called Odin. What's he like? He's like the Norse Zeus. Yeah, and this one we've shown that, when we? Yeah, and this was just called chairlift. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So as I was saying, I didn't build too much because one of the things I really liked about that walk that I went on, was just the fact that there wasn't that much there. It was just the scenery, and if you ever get a chance to go and see the fjords, I do recommend it. It's incredible, especially as you're sailing along and you've got these cliffs that are just hundreds and hundreds of feet high. And I remember looking at them and looking at, say, the trees and trying to work out, well, that tree is probably, I don't know, about 30 foot, 10 meters high. And then trying to work out how many trees high the cliffs were. And as I said, hundreds of feet. Couldn't even tell you how high they were. So yeah, this was, I can't remember the name of it, Furious Fjords. Another fantastic scenario from Radrian. He is quickly becoming one of my favorite scenario creators. So I haven't forgotten about the Terror Hank pack. We still have one more scenario in that pack to do. I'm in the middle of it. Rather than rushing through it, I'm taking my time with it. And so I will, once I get round to doing it, finishing it off, I will do it. I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to ruin what we've done so far. It's not the greatest scenario, I'll be honest, but we will do it and it will look fab. So yeah, so as I said, this was Furious Fjords. I've been Stu. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.